Isang magandang Huwebes sa inyong lahat. Ngayon po ay June 30, 2022, the last Thursday of the month and the last day of the month. At significant po ang araw na ito dahil bukod sa ito ay month end, quarter end, at the end of the first half of the year. At 12 noon today, we have a new president by that of Ferdinand Bong Bong Marcos Jr. Welcome po sa The Stock Market Today. Kung first time niyo po sa channel na ito, ako po si Benji Chodoro, isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market in 2007. And I do this report or review every day. Nasimula ko po noong August 2020. I also report the latest news tungkol sa inyong paborito at pinaka-aktibong stocks. Kung gusto niyo po ng content, niimbitahan ko po kayo mag-subscribe sa aking channel. Kung meron po kayong stocks na gustong ipa-review, paki-comment lang po sa comment box at aking prioritize. Hindi po ko financial advisor. Anything I say in this channel ay hindi po financial advice. Ang ating news ay isang special feature tungkol sa Marcos Cabinet kasama ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, June 30, 2022, dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Okay po, ang ating main news or headlines ay nanggaling po sa Video Securities. Standard & Poor's retains Philippine GDP growth outlook for 2022. Ito po yung forecast niya na 6.5%. Philippine peso returns to 55 versus US dollars after 17 years. So, nasa 55.06 as of yesterday ang palitan ng piso sa dolyar. And this is the lowest since October 27, 2005. LPC says inflation rate hikes to temper home sales. Office demand remains robust. LPC is Lai Chu or Li Chu Property Consultants. Then, in our company news, SM expands baby company. Dentel unit signs partnership with Baishan Cloud, or this is a Chinese enterprise, or business. Mer and Korean firm tie up for renewable research and development. Okay, pero main news natin galing dito sa Philippine Star, who's who the Marcos cabinet. And there's some pictures here, and let's take a look at what is written here, Ferdinand Bong Bong Marcos Jr., presumptive president-elect, may have won the 2022 national polls with a historic majority vote, but investors and the public are jittery despite his mandate of more than 31 million votes. Transitions between administrations are common, and the Marcos team said they have been hard at work preparing for it by mapping out priority areas. Among these areas is picking component members for Marcos' economic team, which will be facing the most difficult task of reviving the economy. The president in waiting has asked a few more days to complete his cabinet, but so far the following have accepted their nominations. Okay, there are some names here. One of them is GSIS head Jose Arnulfo Vic Veloso. Okay, si Vic kasi started as a trader at Citibank. He's my office mate. And during the time that he was a trader, I was an operations officer. After that, he moved on to HSBC in 2010. Siya ay naging country head ng HSBC. Wala kasing president ang foreign banks. Country head ang tawag sa kanila, equivalent of a president of a local bank here. Presently, he is now the president and CEO of PNB and the current head of the Bankers Association of the Philippines. Next is yung chairperson ng COA, si Jose Calida, and as we know, he is the former Solicitor General. Then we have Department of Transportation Head Jaime Bautista, former President of PAL. Then ang Department of National Defense will be headed by Jose Faustino Jr. The Presidential Legal Counsel will be Juan Ponce Enrile, and he is instrumental in the People Power Uprising in 1986, as Secretary of National Defense or Minister of National Defense then. And then ang bagong Solicitor General ay si Attorney Menardo Guevara. He is the former Justice Secretary, and his stint as Justice Secretary was, I would say, personally, is outstanding. So I think he will do good in this position. Then si Conrado Estrella naman ang Department of Agrarian Reform, no? And during the Marcos time, the Marcos Sr. time, he was Agrarian Reform Secretary. Ang Agriculture Secretary nun si Arturo Tanco. Ang National Security Council head will be former Political Science Professor Clarita Carlos. Sa Department of Social Welfare, si Erwin Tulfo, and the Department of Information and Communications Technology, Ivan Jan Uy. So yan po yung mga nanditong profiles, and so we wish them well in as they assume their new jobs. Okay, so let's now check what happened to the PSE index. Okay. The PSE is down 147.76 points. Kahapon po 42.22 points down, and the last time it was up was Tuesday, no? It was up 106 points, but now bumawi po siya, no? Bumawi in the sense na bumaba. 147.76 points, so bearish pa rin po. And like what I said yesterday, until we see an upward trend on our moving averages, we see a change in our moving averages, the index will continue to decline, and this is because of the differential between the US interest rates and the Philippine interest rates, The US increased 75 basis points, tayo ay 25 lamang. So, ang nangyari po dyan ay yung US dollar po gets stronger as money from the Philippines, from investors and the foreign investors goes out. It goes to the US because the interest rates there are higher. Okay, dito naman sa market activity, 117 companies declined, 71 advanced, while 47 remained unchanged. The oil share index also declined 1.56%, which is lower than the PSE index. The sectoral indices also, majority of the sectors declined, save for industrials and mining, which was slightly up. The losers was led by services at 3.87, followed by the holding companies at 3.42. So, titingnan po natin ngayon ay yung most active stocks. Let's do URC, BDO, Ali, ICT, SM, and let's do one. Yung nag-IPO today or yung nag-listing today, si BALAI. So, let's start with URC. Now, ito lang ang index stock or one of the index stocks that continues to climb. It's the most active stock today at yung presyo po niya, na-reach na po niya yung pinaka-higher long-term indicator natin, yung 100-day exponential, nasa 111. And yung EMA 100 natin ay 111 din. So, it's touching the 111 level, and meron po siyang volume. So, since Friday or since Monday, ay meron pong volume itong transaction dito. And I would say that right now, on the medium and short term, ay nagbago na po ang trend ng stock. The RSI confirms that dahil nasa 64.75 na siya. In the meantime, ang pinaka-support ni URC nandito po sa 94 to 95, while the next resistance ay nandito po sa 113. The higher resistance is here at 121 to 122. Susunod po si BDO. Si BDO, yan, patuloy na bumabagsak just like most of the index stocks, at oversold na po si BDO. Actually, bihira po mag-overbought at oversold dyan, ano? Dahil hindi siya masyadong volatile, ano? But this time ay nag-oversell na po siya. So, maganda pong bumili ng BDO dahil po nasa oversold level na po. Pero antayin po muna natin na mag-green candlestick yan bago po tayo bumili. So, ang pinaka-support level ni BDO, nandito po. Actually, this is support level. The lower support would be here, nasa 102. And the higher support, actually, it breached the higher support of 116 na ngayon ay resistance na. Balik natin sa 1 day. So, bearish po si BDO at this point. Okay? Then, Ali. Si Ali, ganun din si Ali. Bearish din po siya. And it follows the trend of the index because Ali is an index stock. Now, if you will be drawing a parallel channel, yan. So, it continues to move downwards, and I see the resistance at 30 and the support at 25 based dito sa parallel channel. And if we'll take a look at the 1-week chart, yan po, just about at the lowest point, no? Kasi yung pandemic time 2020, nandun na po siya eh. Malapit na po siya. Ayan, no? 24.87, just touching the parallel channel. Hindi po siya nagkakalayo. So it continues to move downwards. So the BSP has to increase their rate hike in order to arrest the downfall of the peso, and this is probably affecting, and this is affecting our stock market. Okay, then ICT. Yan, ICT. Red engulfing candlestick. So kahapon ay nag-close po siya at 195. Pero I noted yesterday that this was a shooting star. At pagka-shooting star po, hindi po magandang pangitain. So, ito na nga po, bumaba na po si ICT, and it lost 6.07% or 1190. So, this is support level or near the support at 180.86. 184 po ngayon ang stock, while resistance is here. I would say the nearest would be 205. And then SM naman. SM also continues to move downwards. There's a red candlestick here. And just like most of the stocks in the index, ay pababa po si SM. So yung pinaka-resistance niya follows the upper parallel channel, which follows the 50-day exponential moving average. Nasa 240 to 241. And the support is here at 751, bearish po or pababa si SM. Then finally, we have BALAI ni Frutas, which debuted today, listing date niya po today, and it's down. Ang IPO price po niya is 70 centavos, it's at 65, so mukhang profit taking. It followed most of the stocks in the PSE, no? Tingnan natin ng 15-minute chart. So nag-gain po siya in the first 15 minutes. Pero as time wears on ay bumagsak po yung stock lower than the IPO price. Based dito sa 15-minute chart. So sa first 15 minutes, it went as high as 83 centavos. But after that, it again gained in the next 30 minutes. The highest was 83 centavos. Dito, 81. Okay. And it was downhill afterwards. So not a good debut for Balay ni Frutas, which lost 5 centavos. Yan po ang ating report sa stock market. June 30, 2022. Ito po si Benji Chodoro. Nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik. Hanggang sa muli. Stay safe. God bless. Bye for now.